Hey, Anthony Simone here with Client Elevator, and I'm here walking on some of my favorite trails here in my neighborhood. I'm blessed to be able to have a nature walk. There's like 10 miles of trails, so it's kind of my thing to get out in nature and to think, recharge, and some of my greatest ideas have come from just being out here in this this beautiful wooded area. And so I wanted to share something with you today and give you an opportunity to take advantage of it. Some of you know that I am a huge advocate of adoption and foster care. And there's a long story behind that, but the Cliff Notes version of it is that I was adopted myself, and it changed my life in ways that I can't even begin to describe here on this one video. But when my wife and I were ready to have a family, we decided that we were going to start our family through adoption by choice. And again, that's because it just made a huge difference in my life, and we wanted to pass that blessing along to others. And so we adopted my two children. And if I get fancy, if I decide to get fancy here, I'll flash a photo of them here on the screen somewhere. But what what I'm doing here is I'm sort of giving you an ethical bribe. So I have been leveraging online business strategies for like 15 plus years now. And for the past 7 years, one of the core pillars in our strategy for business growth for not only my businesses, but also the clients that the organizations that I'm involved with serve, is leveraging LinkedIn. And so LinkedIn is still one of those platforms that are it's misused, misunderstood, but is incredibly powerful to those who know how to use it. And the truth of the matter is, it's not rocket science, but there is a specific way that you can do it. So it is scientific in the approach that we take, and it's come from lots of trial and error. So what I want to do is I want to teach that to you, and I don't want to I want to lower the resistance as much as possible so that you'll sort of be forced into taking action on this if you're somebody that is desiring to grow your business, your practice, your firm, whatever it is that you call it, and you're a charitable person like I am. So what I want to do is I want to take you through a live workshop. It's happening here in a couple of weeks or so. You can get more information on the page here. And I want to take you through a paint by numbers process that we use, again, in our own businesses and our clients use in their businesses to generate more prospects, more referral partners, and just more of the right type of clientele all together into their businesses. I want to share that with you. And it all starts with your LinkedIn profile. Believe it or not, your LinkedIn profile is it's either working against you or for you. And that just depends on how you're showing up, because if you do it right, people will land on your profile, and if it talks to them in a certain way, then you're good. But a lot of people, they have a LinkedIn profile, they haven't done anything with it for years. And so when people are starting to look you up online, because that's what the data shows, is that even referrals, they're going online and they're looking you up. So they're typing your name in, and however you show up is their first impression. And so LinkedIn will show up generally on the first page of Google. So if it doesn't right now, it's probably really close. And as you start working with it, it'll show up. It'll definitely show up here in the near future. But the point is that because Google has they really like LinkedIn a lot, and so they hold a lot of weight on on that platform itself. So the point is, if you have a LinkedIn account, it's going to show up high in the search results when people search your name, and they will search your name as you start to get out there more. So if you're doing any marketing whatsoever, it would behoove you to optimize your LinkedIn profile just to be able to get a better ROI on everything else you're doing, because they're They're bouncing around online and they're looking you up. And LinkedIn is going to be a platform, or it's going to be a listing that's going to show up under your name, very high in the search engine. And as you start working with it, if it doesn't show up at the top already, it'll probably likely show up as number one, like mine does, and lots of our clients. So here's the deal. I want to ethically bribe you to make a donation to my favorite charity, and that's the Foster Village. And I'll flash a screenshot here of how this went last time, but I've done this one time before, and we made a really sizable donation to Foster Village. The director over there sent me a nice email, and so I want to share that with you for two reasons. One, to let you know that we actually make the donation. 100% of the proceeds go to the charity, and so I want you to feel comfortable in that. And secondly, I just want you to know that we're genuine, we're legit. And so how does this work? All you're going to do is you're going to make a donation in the amount that's listed on the page here. You'll complete the form, and once you do that, you're going to get an email with a link to access the workshop that we'll be hosting. On that workshop, we're going to go through this paint by number system, and we're going to go into very, very deep detail on how to apply it to your specific market, your specific business, your specific offering. So it'll be personalized to you. There will be a lot of back and forth engagement during this workshop. And so you're going to walk away with you might walk away with your LinkedIn profile already optimized when the thing is over. So, but just to make sure that you do have it all down pat, as they say, I'm going to give you a follow-up, what I'm calling a pull it all together call. So that means after the workshop, within probably a couple weeks of the workshop, we want to get you on a one-to-one call and make sure that you have all this stuff implemented. Make sure that if you hit any challenges, that we answer those, get you over those challenges. Just make sure you're able to use what it is that you learned on the workshop. And so we want to do that for you, because the worst thing you can do is take the workshop, take what you get, and then put it on the shelf and never do anything with it. Because if you do something with it and you actually put it into action, you're guaranteed to get results. And so that brings me to the guarantee. So is there a guarantee? So here's what I'm willing to do. You make the donation, and if you're not 100% satisfied with the level of insight, strategy that you get, then I will happily refund 100% of your donation, and I'll still make the donation in that same amount to the charity. Fair enough? All right, so here's the deal. Somewhere on the page here, go down, fill out the information, complete the donation, the registration form, all that stuff, and then you'll receive an email. Make sure that you mark that on your calendar, because even though we're going to record this and give the recording to those who register, it's always better to show up live so that we can interact, we can get any questions that you have answered right then and there, and that you can get the most out of our time together. So mark it on your calendars. There will also be, after the webinar, there will be resources, checklist, templates, things like that that you're going to be able to get a hold of to be able to help you along your way with this. So that's really it. I'm really excited about this. These types of workshops are probably going to be, I'm going to probably host them every so often, because again, I'm a huge advocate for adoption, huge advocate for foster care. It changes lives, and I want to get the word out there. I want more people to be able to contribute who may not know just how impactful adoption and foster care is. And foster care is helping these children. Children that end up in foster care, oftentimes if they age out of the system, they end up in prison. So we want to give back and help these children to make sure that they can live a better life. And if we can make more money, and we can do better in business, and we can have more to give back, that is my goal. It's my small way of making an impact in this world. And other than that, I look forward to seeing you on this workshop. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I really look forward to seeing you on the training. And if for some reason you're not interested, thank you for taking the time to watch this anyway, just for the sole reason that now you know a little bit more about adoption, or at least know of a charity that is worthy of donation. So thank you again for being here, and look forward to serving you and seeing you bring in more business from this workshop. Take care.